Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Doug here. What we have here today is a 2021 Mach 1 handling pack. This customer brought this car to us all the way from South Dakota to get some track upgrades and goodies. So this car originally had a Roush Supercharger kit on it. They came to us, wanted to upgrade superchargers, so we're going to drop in a Gen 6 Stage 2 3-liter Whipple. Along with the Whipple, we're going to upgrade the oil pump gears because that's a usual common breaking point, especially when you supercharge these vehicles. And then to get all that power out, we're going to also install a set of Kooks headers. And to get all that power to the rear tires, we're going to upgrade the clutch to a McLeod RXT twin disc ceramic clutch. So this is our latest build in the shop. Keep following along and see how it turns out. All right guys, so I got the transmission and clutch off the engine. I have the manifolds and cats also off the engine. So we're gonna get this fitted up to the engine stand and start tearing it down for the oil pump gears. All right, so we got the oil pump out of the engine and disassembled, getting ready to install the boundary oil pump gears. So these are all billet and have some anodizing on them. These are a lot stronger than stock, and that'll hold up to that extra shock load from the supercharger. So. That finishes the install for the oil pump gears. All right guys, so after I installed the oil pump gears in the oil pump, I reinstalled the oil pump and retimed the engine. We'll drop some photos here in the video throughout the process. I also installed a new front cover. With the Roush kit, they have you modify these parts here and here. I just wanted to have basically a fresh start with the new front cover. Something else we do here with Motorsports is when we torque all of our stuff to factory specification, we like to mark all of our bolts just to make sure that everything is properly and precisely went through. I went with the orange marking paint just to kind of accent the car for a personal touch. Then we come over here, we have our Kooks headers installed. Having the engine out makes headers install a heck of a lot easier, and you don't have to take the engine out to do this install. Just with the extensive amount of work that we're doing to this engine, it was just easier for me to do it this way. We also have our clutch back from machine shop that we got balanced. So this is our twin disc RXT clutch from McLeod. Also, we got our Whipple supercharger in finally, so we'll go over there in a few minutes and check that out. All right guys, here's the star of the show. This is the first thing you're gonna see when you pop the hood. This is beautiful powder coated orange Stage 2 3-liter Whipple. This is a Gen 6 blower too, so it's the latest Whipple technology. These are the most efficient blowers that they have on the market right now. So this is gonna give us the most horsepower out of this car that we can possibly get with what's available on the car for modifications. All right guys, so we have both superchargers side by side. You can see kind of the different designs. I'm gonna pull the lids off and we can kind of see the differences between the two. So we have the two superchargers laid out. We have our Whipple here. You can kind of see the different designs. Whipple has your air obviously coming through here, flows up through these massive coolers and then down into the cylinders. So their setup goes in through the blower or the rotor pack intercooler, kind of does like a swirling motion, and then into the cylinders. You can kind of see the differences, and you can make your own assumptions as well. From our dyno testing and road course testing, the Whipple Supercharger has much lower intake air temperatures. All right, so I got the engine back on the cradle itself. I installed the clutch and reinstalled the transmission here. So now I'm gonna get ready to install the Supercharger on here before stuffing all this back in the car. Done about 20 of these Superchargers in the last, I don't know, 6-8 months. So this should be a pretty quick install. All right guys, Whipple's in, tune's loaded, so let's hear what this sounds like.
Looks like I forgot to hook up the exhaust.
All right guys, so we have the final touches on the Mach 1. We have the base tune loaded. We got some miles put on it to help everything break in. We also added this Mishimoto coolant reservoir. And now we're gonna hand it over to Matt for custom dyno tune. Check out the next video.
2021 Mach 1 up on the dyno. They command a lot of voltage on the stock pumps because again, she does road race this thing.